Hi, welcome to another episode of More Hot Takes, and I have got a very special guest. Normally, I'm on his channel and he's interviewing me. This time, I have the pleasure of hosting my very good friend, Nick Buckley. Say hello, Nick.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, Foxy, for this wonderful invitation today.
Right, the reason I've brought you on is, of course, you are becoming a man of the people. You're going to be standing, or indeed not going to be standing, you are standing. You are a candidate, a legitimate candidate in Gorton and Denton. And there seems to be an awful lot that's going on in that constituency. There's various people that are being called out. There's a lot of ill feeling between
Yeah.
different parties, different candidates. But nobody can really say who's going to win or even what the local issues are. Tell us about what you're seeing there on the street.
So it's very complicated because the area is a tale of two halves. You've got the Gorton half, which also includes bits of Burnage, Longsight, and Levenshulme for people who know the area. And then you've got the Denton side. The Denton side is predominantly white working class. The Gorton side is heavily Muslim, heavily diverse, and also quite a few students and what we would call the woke middle class liberals. So it's a tale of two halves. My predictions will be this: the Greens are not doing as well as people think. They still can win, but they're not doing as well as people think. Reform are not doing as well as people think, but yet they still can win. Labour are doing better than anybody thinks, and there is a chance Labour can keep this seat. My campaign for Advance UK, we're we're fourth place at the moment, and we can maybe come through the middle if things go our way on voting day. But to be fair, you'd be a fool to call this election. No one knows what's going on.
Well, I've got to be honest. I'm actually surprised you said Labour are doing so well. Everyone kind of says Labour are, well, no hopers. They're they're
Mm.
they're horrendous. I mean, in the national poll, obviously they are doing terrible. But we do know that it is an area with a lot of deprivation, and that tends to lead to Labour voters.
Mm.
But you know, to say that it's a one, really, it could be any. It's far closer, basically, than what you're saying, than what the press are saying. Is that
Yes.
where we are?
Absolutely. And when I'm talking, so I've been speaking to hundreds and hundreds of people on the ground. That this is where I'm getting my feeling from. Doesn't make it scientific? Does it make it correct? I only can tell you about the people I've spoken to. There's such thing now as a shy Labour voter. Do you remember the shy Tories a decade ago? No one would ever admit a voting Tory.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
get
mean, the shy Tory won the last Tory victory was a shy Tory because everyone thought that Labour were going to pip them, and it ended up
yeah,
being quite a nice majority for the Tories.
yeah. There's people out there because these areas have been voting Labour for 100 years. That's quite ingrained. So some people, I mean, they got 52% of the vote at the last election 18 months ago. That's going to be at least halved. So they are going to do badly, but they're not going to be on single figures. They're still in a chance of winning. Lots of people have said to me they don't want to vote Greens because the Greens are mental, but I don't want to admit I'm voting Labour. I probably will still vote Labour. I'm telling no one though I'm going to vote Labour. So there is that vote out there.
A reticent Labour would say Green, wouldn't they? They wouldn't say any other party, so they're going to say, "Oh, I don't want to say Labour. I'll say Green. I'll say Green." But artificially boosting the Greens' profile, really. But I mean, I
Mm,
I did a video earlier today, and I'm not picking sides. I'm trying to be neutral here, but I did point out some of the foibles of the Green candidate.
mm,
And of course, you've got the damage already on the Labour candidate. The Tories haven't got a chance, have they? Let's be
yeah.
honest. Zero chance for the Tories. And of course, Reform will do well. As you say, they could win it.
Mm.
Who knows? We won't know till Friday morning. But you're there. So tell me, what are you pushing on the people? What are you telling people that you're offering that the others aren't
Mm.
able to do?
Two things really. So first thing is I'm the only local candidate.
Hmm.
Born there, raised there, went to school there. Most of my family still live there. I've worked on Gorton Market. When I set up my charity, I based it there. I've worked with the police on those streets. So you don't get much more local than me. None of the other candidates are local. The closest we've got is the Lib Dems, and she's a southerner, I think, but she's lived in the area for many years now. That's the closest you've got to a connection to the area. But my
So,
main
so, so,
push,
that, so you really are a son of the sod, as they say.
yes, absolutely. My main push is this. Everybody else is talking about local, national issues. People are saying we're going to save the NHS. A vote for me is saving the NHS. A vote for me is closing the borders. A vote for me is taxing the wealthy. And I'm saying to the voter, all that's lies. One MP cannot do any of those things. You've got to be in government to do those things. And Reform won't be in government after this. The Greens won't be in government. And Labour are already in government and can do what they want. I'm the only person talking about local issues. So I've got a 5 point plan looking locally, which is a grooming gang inquiry, a local grooming gang inquiry, tackling knife crime on the streets, holding the council to account because they're wasting billions, holding the police accountable because their priorities are not our priorities. And my last one is about allowing you to hold me accountable, which means 10 public meetings a year, town hall, 10 public meetings where anyone can turn up and grill me. Why did I vote that way in Parliament? Why am I not in the area? Why didn't I do that? And I need to give people answers. And even if I've not got an answer, they deserve to look at me eye to eye and ask me what I'm doing as their MP. Everyone else is talking about national issues. It's all pie in the sky, propaganda, PR, and I'm the only one with real concrete solutions to problems on the ground.
And are you getting good feedback from people in the streets? Are they warm to your? Is their reception warm to your proposals?
Oh yeah, I've not met anyone who can disagree with any of my 5 points. Strangely, and I've contributed to this as well, obviously, the people in the area are sick of this by-election, absolutely sick of it.
Hmm.
They're being hounded. And again, I'm contributing to that because I'm trying to
Yes.
get their vote as well.
Yeah.
Um, but what they're basically saying, there's two things here now. So they're basically saying no one cares about us. No one's been around here for 50, 60 years. And suddenly we're important to all these parties. Do you think we're idiots?
Yeah.
Did you
No.
think we
I mean,
believe any of this?
this is the thing. It's become a filter, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's like the whole of national politics has filtered down into one small constituency up there in Manchester that nobody ever cared about before. But all of a
yeah,
sudden now it is a microcosm of
yeah,
national politics made real in a tiny. It's a petri dish. It's
yeah,
effectively
exactly.
that.
Exactly. And it's gone national, international as well, because I've had on the street interviews now with the French paper Le Monde. And yesterday I was interviewed by Dutch TV. So both of them have blown me away. The
So
Manchester
international,
Evening,
international man of mystery.
our local mainstream papers and stuff have all ignored me. They don't care about me, but the European papers and TV want to talk about people, want to talk about the
Yeah,
candidates in
yeah.
the area. Now, a big surprise why Labour's doing really badly is this. I've never come across this until 3 weeks ago. When I'm talking to people on the streets, if the Labour Party is mentioned, either I bring it up or they bring it up, the next sentence that comes out of their mouth is along the lines of, oh, the pedo party, the pedo apologists, the
Yes.
pedo lovers. They're now, and I'd say it's about 50% of people when the Labour Party is mentioned, are using that terminology. Their reputation has been severely damaged. If you're being compared to pedos, you've got a huge problem.
Yeah, I mean this is one of the things that's happened. They've become so connected to an
Mm,
issue that they're refusing, of course, to actually deal with
mm,
not having an investigation here, covering it up there. And the irony, of course, is, and it's a matter of Starmer's judgment, is that he promotes Mandelson, a friend of a known pede. He
mm,
promotes Doyle, a friend of a known pede, and then he's just taken on this oh good, it's Romeo, Antonio Romeo, as
mm.
the chief of the civil service. His choice, and she's a good friend of Harvey Weinstein. I mean, does nobody say to him, do you not want to do this? And yet
Mm.
that's why. And then, as you say, in the street, people are going, oh, Labour, pedo party. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because they do it to themselves.
they do. And to be fair, Not one person has mentioned Mandelson or those things you just mentioned. They're only talking about the grooming gangs.
Mm.
They've not heard of these things. They're not politically in tune like we are. It's the grooming gangs. You're a
Yeah,
pedo apologist. You've allowed this to happen
yeah,
to my children. The anger on this. I had
yeah,
some guy in a pub yesterday. After our session yesterday, we went into a local pub, and this guy was a bit drunk. He knew we were a political party. He didn't know who, and God, he screamed at us. He just pure anger. And I can understand why he's angry. He's been lied to for 50 years.
yeah.
Every time a politician speaks to him, and he wanted to get it off his chest. Now, he didn't know me and my background. It was all about the grooming
Mm.
gangs as well. He doesn't know that I've stopped 15 girls being raped and one boy being raped. He just thinks I'm one of those career politicians, been to university,
Mm.
floating in the area. But he wanted it off his chest. He's finally got someone there who's a politician. I'm going to give them what I think. And he did.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
anger is palpable.
yeah. It's probably cathartic. He's probably feeling a lot
Mm.
better today.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them about. Now, come on. In all reality, Nick, what's your chances? What do you reckon your chances are?
Oh, I'm an outsider. I'd be fool to think otherwise. Um, but honestly, anyone can win this.
Mm.
The left wing vote, which I'm not going to attract, has been split. So therefore, their share is gone down. The right wing vote is either staying at home
Mm.
or it's voting for reform.
Mhm.
Reform is not as popular as I thought they were going to be. Many people, for some reason, don't like Nigel Farage. Some love him, like me. I think Nigel Farage is great, but some people don't like him. They've picked the wrong candidate for the area. Matt Goodwin is a southern softy. He walks
Mhm.
around the area with gloves on and scarves, and everyone else has got t-shirts on. It's like, this isn't
Uh,
cold up here, mate. This isn't cold.
yeah,
So they picked the wrong candidate, even though, again, I like what he says.
yeah. They should. I
Uh,
think they should have gone for a local man,
yeah,
someone who knows the area, even if he's not actually from Gorton and Denton, but
yeah,
close enough. Oldham, Manchester,
yeah, yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
absolutely. So if Reform really underperform on the day, and I can attract some of their votes, and I can attract the people who have no intentions of voting because I'm a local lad, there is a chance I can come through the middle, but it's a long shot.
Yeah,
At the moment, it's a three-horse race with me trying to catch up to the pack.
yeah. I mean, the other thing is, even if you don't win, so long as you save your deposit, you'll be all right. But even if
Yeah,
you don't win, you've platformed yourself, your
yeah,
party, your views. You've platformed the deficit in the other parties as well. That's out there
mm,
then. That's now there. They
mm,
have to address that. So at least if nothing, even if you don't win, it's not a waste. It's you've advertised. And all advertising is good advertising.
yeah.
You've got issues out that people might not otherwise have thought,
Mm.
perhaps.
And what I'm thinking of doing when this election is over, if I don't win, is I'm going to carry on campaigning. Not at this level at the moment. I'm
No.
not. I couldn't carry on like this. But there's a general election coming. It could be this year. It could be next year. I'm just going to carry on because this is the area I should be standing in. There is no area in Manchester I could claim as my own as much as this area.
Hmm. Yeah. Now I do have to ask the question. This is a hard question. I know it's tough,
Okay.
and I brought you on, and I did explain that I would be fair with you, but I did explain also I would have to ask the hard question.
You can ask anything you want, David.
Okay, how damaging would it be if Reform lost
Mm,
by fewer votes
mm,
than you got
mm.
that would have otherwise gone to Reform?
Yeah. And let's make it even worse. Let's say that happens and therefore the Greens are getting.
Yeah,
That
God help
that
us
that
all. Yeah.
yeah, that's the worst case scenario. So my answer is this. First of all, if Greens get in, they'll have 5 MPs instead of 4. Nothing changes. The area's already been neglected now. It's been neglected for 100 years. Having a crazy Green MP changes nothing. And if Reform were a better party with better policies and better politicians, they would have won the election. So therefore, they've lost the election, regardless of the reason why. If they were a better party, I would still be a member of Reform UK. Maybe I'd have stood for them in this area, and maybe then they've won. But they're not a good enough party. They're fraudulent. They're the great pretenders. So if that party is not good enough for me, why should I support that party then to represent my family and my friends in the area when that party is not good enough for me? Now, when people talk to me about splitting the vote, that's what I'm accused of all the time now. I'm a traitor. I'm a fifth columnist. I'm being paid. I'm being paid, by the way, by the Jews, by the Greens, by Labour, by you, the Russians. I'm being paid. I should be a
Jesus,
millionaire.
you must be a millionaire by now.
I should be a millionaire being paid by everyone to stand against reform. Now, the people who say I'm splitting the vote, I say this to them. How dare you? How dare you think you know better than the people of Gorton and Denton? How dare you want to take away their choice, a democratic choice at a democratic election, just because you think they're going to make the wrong decision? How dare you think they're too stupid to be able to make the best vote for them, their family, their street, their community? We had this sort of accusations at the end of the Brexit referendum, where everybody who voted Brexit was knuckle dragging working class white racist scumbags. No, this is a democracy. The people who live in Gorton and Denton get to decide who represents them. We give them a choice, and they make a choice on the information available to them. What we don't need is outsiders thinking they know best and thinking if only these idiots would vote the way I want them to vote, their lives would be better. It's entitlement. These votes do not belong to Reform UK. Reform UK and every political party has to earn every single one of those votes. And insulting the people by saying they're too stupid to have too much choice. So we've got to remove some of that choice for them, remove some of their rights because they're too stupid to understand what's good for them. It's disgusting.
Well, that's a hell of an answer, Nick. I'm very glad I asked that question. That'll get the. I tell you what, the comments will be that comment section will be glowing red hot by the end of this one. Look, we're running out of time. I know you're a very busy man, and I know it's a Sunday. It's a day of rest for you because you've been up and down paddling the streets, and I bet your feet are sore.
A day
So,
rest. I've been all. I've only just got home. I've been leafleting all morning and
oh, you've
early
already been
afternoon.
out again. Okay, so I'm stealing what time you have, and I don't want to steal too much. So we will round off. But what I'll do is I will give you a minute there. Make your pitch. Say to people because it won't complete. Most people won't matter because they're not in
Yeah.
Gorton and Denton. But speak here. So if anyone from Gorton and Denton, and incidentally, just before anyone from Gorton and Denton, down in the comments, say there. Just say D and G just indicate you're from Gorton and Denton.
Mm.
G and D even get the letters around the right way. Put G and D and then put a comment, and we'll have a look at them specifically to see
Mm.
what the people on the ground are saying. Right. So do that if you happen to be there and you happen to view. But Nick, await you. Get the last minute. Make a pitch.
You're perfectly correct. It's only the people who live in Gorton and Denton that matter. It's only their opinions that matter. And what I would say to people who are living there is this: I'm not telling you to vote for me. What I would suggest is you look at the candidates and you see who you think has the experience, the knowledge, the passion to improve your life locally. This is not a general election. Whoever wins or loses this seat has no effect on national politics. They don't. It's all about you. So, for the first time in your life, be a little bit selfish. Vote for the best candidate who's going to do something for you, not the candidate who's promising you the world, promising you pie in the sky policies, promising you safer streets, promising that they're going to try with you to tackle the council and get your services better. They're going to tackle the police and just try to get you a better police service so you can walk home at night. You can go to the shops. Your kids can go to the park. Someone is going to dedicate part his salary, his MP salary, to fund an anti-knife crime project to work on the streets. Pick the candidate you think is going to improve your life because that's what this by-election is about. You, your family, your street, your neighborhood. Pick that person.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you, Nick. That's a very good ending. And I'm going to end it there. And I will just say to people, as I said, do please leave comments down below. But particularly if you are from Gorton and Denton, put that there. And we'll see them. And I'd like to thank Nick for coming onto the show.
And thank you, Foxy, for the invitation. Thank you for everybody listening. And thank you for everybody who comments. And even if comments are negative, please comment because I need to know what the people are thinking. If you're in Denton and Gorton, if you're outside that, I'm not interested in your comments today. And maybe next week when we get back to normal services and normal Nick Talks YouTube channel.
And there we go. Thanks, Nick. Thank you very much for each and every one of you who's watched this. As I say, do leave a comment, do leave a like, and absolutely go across to Nick Talks, his channel. He's on there all the time. because it's his channel, and he presents that excellent channel. Thank you very much, and goodbye.